Founded by Fred Pestalozzi since 1964, BioStrath AG has been based here at Herliberg on Lake Zurich, where Fred's son David Pestalozzi now runs the global company.
David, standing next to this building, it hardly feels like I'm standing next to a factory. And you can't imagine the fact that the global supply of BioStrath are manufactured in this building.
It's a fact, actually. You know, sometimes you are coming from abroad and ask me, is that my private house? No, it is BioStrath factory. Here we are producing 1.7 million units, filling, packaging and exporting in more than 50 countries. And over there, over the parking lot, when you go down there, we had to build it underground because it was not allowed to build near to the forest. But now we are happy because it corresponds to our product, our natural BioStrath food supplement.
And taking a look at the size of this building, you really get a sense of the fact that this company has been really kept within a family business setup.
I'm very proud that I could step in the father's big footsteps with the same passion, and needs passion to talk about BioStrath, and I have it, and I hope one of my sons will have the same passion as well, and they're willing to get into the business.
Well, David, if there's one thing that you have, it is passion, and you can definitely see that in your work as well. Now, I'm keen to see what goes on behind those walls, but before we do that, I believe we're standing in your herb garden where you can find some of the herbs that make up the unique formula of BioStrath.
Here you find a very nice variety of herbs, and some of those herbs are combined with herbal yeast complex. Shall we say we have parsley, we will see over there, we have chamomile, we have rosemary, and that was the idea of using about 50 herbs, which are really good herbs we can use in a daily life, which we combine then with our special complex. Here you see a lot of the various herbs we use, like for instance here, the chamomile.
My
beautiful flower we are using also.
Very popular.
Very popular worldwide, yes, absolutely. Look over here, we have rosemary. And all of us are using it also for cooking, but that has also an antispasmodic and sedative effect.
Wow. You know what? That takes me back to my childhood because my grandfather actually had so much of this in the garden. And he said, if you have a stuffy nose, especially in winter, just go run your hands through it and smell it. And it should open your nose. It's a brilliant, brilliant herb. And I feel healthier just smelling this.
The yeast used to produce BioStrath is harvested from fresh fruit. It is then combined with herbs specifically chosen by Dr. Walter Strathmeyer, the biochemist who formulated the nutritional supplement to serve each organ and system of the body.
All right, David, so here we have it, the final BioStrath liquid and also in your tablet form.
Yes, that's it. BioStrath, you know, the liquid form comes with a little orange syrup, malt extract and honey. It has a bit of malty taste, but children, they like it very much.
But it's got such a beautiful smell, especially the liquid, the molasses, the honey, and I must be honest, I prefer the liquid as opposed to your tablets.
I too, actually. Man, I was born with the liquid, you know, when I was a kid. My father started first with the liquid. But of course, the tablets we use, you know, for diabetics and people who are traveling a lot, or in South Africa, many people are preferring the tablets, you know.
What exactly goes into making the BioStrath liquid and tablets?
Also, the main complex is a yeast, a very fantastic Saccharomyces cerevisiae yeast. That's a very well-known food yeast. That's the main basis because the yeast contains a lot of vitamins and minerals and trace elements and amino acids. And we are using these natural components as a base of our product. Then we are combining that with a bunch of very selected herbs. Herbs which are coming in very small quantities. So the yeast complex is able to absorb those herbs. And that's the fascinating point, which comes up to our famous herbal yeast or herbal microorganism complex.
Now, you mentioned yeast being a big part of what makes up BioStrath, and I think a lot of people's got a negative connotation with regards to yeast.
Yes, unfortunately, because, you know, we have 400 types of yeast. We have good yeast, bad yeast, as we have bacteria, and we use a very good food yeast as the main ingredients. Now, the big difference is that the BioStrath yeast is not alive anymore. It's well plasmolysed, liquefied, and very easily to absorb. However, even I recommend to Candida patients to take BioStrath because BioStrath is improving the immune system, the quality of life, and those people who have a Candida infections, they have a lack of immune system, so they need to take something.
So what are the herbs that you actually use? Chamomile in there, there's the rosemary, there's the thyme.
Shh, that's a secret. 3 people know all the 50 herbs in there.
At
So
least.
you will not know. I don't tell you more.
100% natural. There are more than 60 essential nutrients in BioStrath. It is free from artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, preservatives, and entirely non-GMO. The nutrients in natural nutritional supplement BioStrath are known to improve concentration, provide energy and stamina, to strengthen the immune system and help with recovery. Ewan wanted to know how.
David, when it comes to natural medicines like BioStrath, what are the advantages in your opinion? Because I don't think a lot of people view it as something that can make a substantial difference in their lives.
You see, that is something very important. We claim BioStrath is the natural food supplement. All those vitamins, minerals, trace elements, amino acids, which are naturally produced by the herbal yeast microorganism complex, are naturally occurring.
And you can really understand why it's important to take a natural supplement like this, because if you take a look at our daily lives, we're just not getting those nutrients.
Absolutely, and you see, it is not just one vital substances which you think it's good for your body. There might be other needs in your body. We are feeding the cells in our body, and the body will decide what is important at that moment for my organism.
So David, if I'm not mistaken, this is all BioStrath, right?
Absolutely, that's it. And it's actually the liquid formula finished, because we use for tablets and the liquid our herbal yeast complex. And the liquid here we finish with orange syrup, malt extract and lovely honey to make the taste very nicely.
Take me through the process. How is BioStrath made from the beginning to the end?
We start, the whole process, I have to say, takes approximately 2 months. And it starts with a single cell of this microorganism. And at the end, we are using a certain amount of this yeast. And then we start to continuing the growing process. And during this growing process, we add these various 50 food herbs. And those herbs are pre-fermented before to make it nicely in an extract. And the extract then will be added into this tank to the alive yeast cell, which absorbs all those herbs. At the end, we ferment it. During this process, that's very important, the yeast cells are slowly plasmolizing, liquefying, open the contents, and thanks to that, all those vital substances, vitamins, minerals, trace elements, amino acids, are naturally occurring and are now ready for absorption. Okay, let's go and see how the bottles are filled.
A key principle of producing BioStrath is to preserve the natural state of the nutrients and to prove its effectiveness through strict scientific testing.
David, this is impressive. So if I'm not mistaken, this is kind of the end of the production line.
Absolutely. 3 people are filling about 3,000 bottles an hour. Then it comes in the secondary packaging, goes automatically into 12 bottles a carton, and then automatically it will be made on a pallet.
Now, since the very beginning, various studies has been done on the effectiveness of BioStrath. Why did you and also your father decide on these studies from the beginning, and also what have you found?
The first study was published in 1964. And since today, we have more than 35 scientific publications. And that is thanks to my father, who was a businessman and not just a creator of a product, believing in his best product, of course, but he said, if I want to do this in a serious way for the next generation, I need to have scientific proof.
And besides the study on the effectiveness of BioStrath on children specifically with regards to things like ADHD or ADD, what other key areas did you focus on?
You see, the 2 main claims or indications area we always had was fatigue, energy loss, and immune system and concentration. And there we had started our studies to show that BioStrath has improvement not only in poor energy people, but also in as we are, in good shape people. We can even improve our quality of life. Now, by the way, the latest study is really important for us. It's called the bioavailability study. And this study with BioStrath liquid and tablets, we showed that when you add BioStrath with a certain quantity of vitamin B1, of zinc, magnesium and iron, and you compare it with the same amount without BioStrath, we have with BioStrath an absorption rate which is from 6 to 10 times better in comparison with the group only with minerals.
Well, one thing that came to light, obviously, through these studies is that by taking a natural supplement like BioStrath to really reap the benefits is to take it consistently.
Yes. Look, BioStrath is not an aspirin. BioStrath is not a drug which you can take once or twice and then it's okay. You have to build up. It's like an engine with an oil. Every day a little bit of oil in an engine makes this engine move for a longer term of period.
David, with so much studies done on the effectiveness of BioStrath, what do you foresee for the future in terms of BioStrath as a natural supplement enriching the lives of everyone all around the globe?
You know, I believe in our product. We know we have a 100% natural product. We know we have scientific background. We can believe in our product, not just because I like it. I have something which I can go to doctors, journalists. Then we will have a very successful future, hopefully with one of my sons or my daughter-in-laws.
With more than 60 naturally produced nutrients that are easily absorbed into your body, BioStrath will give you what you and your family need to live a fulfilled and healthy life.